welcome back. This is Ashish Kuthaila at the DevOps Enterprise Summit in San Francisco in 2017. I have with me here Sathiya and Gnani from Capital One, flying all the way here from Virginia and Dallas, joining us on the floor here. Welcome, guys.
Thank you.
What brings you here to the summit here?
We had a session here about chaos engineering, so we were speakers today.
Speakers today.
Yeah, like Satya said, we had a good talk like half an hour ago on the chaos engineering as part of a DevOps pipeline and beyond. And Capital One has been going through amazing tech transformation journey, and one of our colleagues is going to speak in the keynote tomorrow. So we are here for that one too.
So it's an amazing story. I would love for our readers to know a little bit more. So, do you mind explaining your roles a little bit on the DevOps journey that you have been undertaking? And let's start with the challenges. Like why did you start to embark on this?
Sure, maybe I'll start, Satya. My name is Gnani Daththreya. I'm a director in a technology architecture organization, and I lead a production operations experience for our line of business. And like it was around 4 years ago when Capital One embarked on this tech transformation journey, right? It was perfect timing. We made the decision to go to cloud, like public cloud. We made the decision to embrace open source first for building our software. We embraced the DevOps culture, and we embraced the microservices architecture style of building applications. And fast forward 4 years now, all our apps we build using these principles, right? So we develop for cloud using DevOps culture. We develop our solutions based on microservices or architecture style. It's been an amazing journey. We had a very steep learning curve in the beginning of the transformation. Now it is the de facto standard. So it is.
These are pretty major four decisions that you talked about. Most companies hesitate to take even one of these decisions while the ship is sailing. So, tell me a little bit about the adoption challenges. So teams are used to doing things a certain way.
Mm-hmm.
You guys are in a very regulated industry.
Mm-hmm.
Change can be harmful, but if done right, it can actually lead to a lot of benefits, like you're saying. So, what kind of resistance did you see in the organization, and how did you overcome those?
In Capital One, we are blessed to have that executive commitment. It is like our CIO, our CEO obsesses about the technology as the enabler for the business. So when you have your leadership so committed, and when you have technologists like us, and we want to do this thing, it can't go wrong, right? So that's the perfect synergy we have, right? And we had that commitment from leadership team, and then we had our learning curve. We had a steep learning curve. For example, when we made the public cloud decision, we had to train every developer in the company, and we made a number of automation training programs. We are probably one of the largest employer with large number of AWS certifications. So our developers are trained in using these technologies through multiple sources or through multiple avenues,
Yeah, to
right?
add to that, as a 10-year employee, right, I have seen the transition where our CEO had no slide about an IT organization. We always talk about business decisions, product, roadmap, where he spends most of his time explaining the digital transformation, how cloud embraces the banking industry. So majority of his slides talk about how digital DevOps, APIs, or machine learning can help with the banking industry in sustaining the momentum.
So, it seems that IT has transformed from being, let me just put it as a way, cost center trying to do the back end things, to being more the innovator and leading the change for your business in
That's
Capital One.
correct.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
100%, 100%. So like when Satya mentioned our CEO, when he addresses like 40,000 employees,
Right.
he dedicates large part of his time talking about technology. That
It's a very good change.
right.
Yeah.
So and now you get the message. Now you get the message from your CEO, and if you're not embracing that one, you're not helping yourself. So
Right.
the technologists, the developers know that one. So we are all on this bandwagon about learning these new technologies, becoming subject matter expertise in these areas, and it is only helping us well. So it's a win-win.
And without DevOps and cloud, we would not be sitting here. Basically, we used to work in a time where we had to wait for things, and we cannot innovate because we don't have those resources. With the empowerment from cloud and DevOps, we can do new innovation, quick prototypes, make them realize, getting into production like quickly from the prototype to production, like in matter of weeks. Something like monolith to microservices transition or containerization or serverless transformation. All of these things we were able to get it done from prototype to production in weeks rather than months or years.
Yeah.
I mean, I hear already all the terms, technologies being used that a lot of big, large enterprises are aspiring to use to get to DevOps. Looks like you're quite ahead in your journey. So what's next for Capital One as you continue down this journey?
I mean, I think for us, maturity, right? Like, we are now it's the de facto standard. How we can mature this to a new level, right? And innovate faster. And we are there, but it is going to be even better. For example, today's talk is about chaos engineering as part of your CI/CD pipeline and beyond. So when you are developing and deploying high quality of service applications, we want chaos engineering.
What does chaos engineering mean for our readers?
Yeah, so that's a great question. So chaos engineering is a discipline of introducing intentional failures to the various layers of your applications, so that your application is anti-fragile and resilient, and when real storm hits, you weather that storm
You're
because
ready
you
for it.
build, yep, you
So
build
do you
for
have a
that.
team dedicated to just creating chaos?
So that's a great question. We don't have team, but we have automation, right?
Okay.
So we build, like Sathiya and I, uh, in partnership with few other engineers, we started this inner sourced project
Yes.
or inner source product called Cloud Detour, and now we are making this as a foundational component in our cloud deployments. So we have this automation solution. We don't have people sitting there to go and introduce failures to your application. That automation is there. Application developers or owners go and describe their application, and using APIs and CLI they subscribe for disruption, so no human intervention is there. So automation, and they get failure as a service.
As a pinnacle of this, our disaster recovery team, as part of the compliance, they have to validate the availability of application. One of their goal is to use cloud to disrupt the production environment and say that, hey, you said platinum, you said 99 point, nine nines and four nines. Now I'm going to kill an instance or make it unavailable in US East. Now are you going to be doing the same SLA? So we will use this. They will use this tool. This will eliminate a major part of this disaster recovery express. People do weeks of doing,
Yes.
hey, bring it up in the other region, things like that. So this will eliminate most of that. So say, hey, you are running this chaos throughout the year. I was coming in an airline, we were seeing our baggages or how they were handled, overlooking the interview. They were just throwing the luggages from carts to the. We thought, "Wait, is that going my I have a fragile thing. Is it going to break? It's almost like before getting to the airport, I'm going to throw my suitcase down the stairs,
Absolutely.
and I will see that, hey, my suitcase didn't break, the stuff didn't break. So this is the culture we want to embrace within our application. Say that, hey, before you go to production or even in production, we will continue to test it, embrace the failures, and adapt to the failures and study them, experiment, and make it as not just an academic practice. It's more like a cultural
Right.
thing. People continue to mature on that and be willing to take
Very,
failures.
very interesting take on it. We have heard about such practices from some other companies
Mhm.
as well, but to see it adopted in a very highly regulated and mission critical environment is really encouraging. So I want to thank both of you for joining us here today,
Sure. Thank
and
you.
we will definitely look forward to the presentation tomorrow.
Okay.
And thank you again once very much. This is Ashish Kuthaila from DevOps Enterprise Summit 2017. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
Thank you.